When Lexus launched in 1989, it sold the large LS sedan, but it also sold the ES, the front-drive luxury sedan that was for the entry-level buyer. Well, this year there's a new ES, and this year it's also joined by another ES sedan, a hybrid that's fulfilling Lexus's goal of having a hybrid version of every one of its cars by 2020. We'll take a look at both of them today from the 2012 New York Auto Show, where they're both being introduced for the first time. Now first we'll look at the ES350. The powertrain's pretty much carried over from last year. It's a 268 horsepower 3.5 liter V6 coupled to a 6-speed automatic transmission and powering the front wheels. Now this car still doesn't offer all-wheel drive like some of the competition does, but it does offer a much nicer look this year. We think it's thicker, it's more muscular. It definitely steps away from last year's styling theme, which Lexus called El Finesse. It's just a little bit more masculine than before, and it's a little bit more like the GS midsize sedan that we've reviewed elsewhere on the Car Connection. Now in terms of performance and fuel economy, we expect the ES sedans both to perform a lot like the Toyota Camry because, in fact, they share a lot of running year with that car. The fuel economy ratings are going to be pretty similar to the Camry. We expect in the mid-30s for the gas-powered versions. For the hybrids, we expect that they'll match the Camry hybrids. 43 city ratings, combined ratings will probably be right over 40. You know, acceleration isn't always the ES sedan's strong point, but they've always provided a really smooth ride, and Lexus says they've also improved the ride and handling of the new ES sedans by redesigning the suspension geometry and also tightening up the steering a little bit. It's kind of counter to what they've always pitched us, that Lexus is an isolated ride experience. Now it's getting a little bit more involved, and that's something we've definitely felt in the larger GS sedans that we drove earlier this year. One of the things we were surprised to find out is that the new ES sedan doesn't have standard leather upholstery. It's actually a synthetic material that looks like leather but isn't. It's the one concession to cost cutting that we've heard of and that we've seen so far. Everything else is a Highland luxury experience. There's wood trim in all versions, and this version also has Lexus's remote touch system. It's kind of like a mouse that lets you control audio, climate control, and the optional navigation system. The ES also has Inform, which is Lexus's way of connecting your mobile phone to applications like Pandora that enable mobile audio streaming inside the car's audio system. Well, how does the Lexus ES sedan drive? Well, we don't know yet, but we'll know soon. We'll be driving it in just a couple of weeks. Check back with us then. I'm Marty Padgett, and thanks for joining us here at the 2012 New York Auto Show.